talk back on my stream, so I'm not like coughing into my mic like the last time I started a new series. So we're doing Bad Company 2 because I wanted to play a good game.
Also, question: is this the game where they started with the whole guy? Where they started with the whole have a grayed out guy walking towards the camera with all the flashy effects on behind them?
I think so.
Well, because it's eerily reminding me of Battlefield 3 and 4's cover art.
I'm trying to remember because the Battlefield Vietnam one was pretty good too.
Hey, you missed a spot, Wyatt.
There it is. Now we wait.
Sergeant, you think this Roar thing's really there?
That's what they say.
That's what they say. That's what they say. What do you think, McKee?
I don't know, Faraday. But I
Okay, did anybody else see that flickering, or am I, like, while I was setting things up on stream, was I just missing something?
V2s? Japs have got to have something too.
Yeah, well, the V2 is a piece of shit.
I saw moments flicker, but I thought that was me updating hit the full screen.
Okay.
Yeah, I might need to turn vertical balance off, whatever the hell it is. Vertical sync.
Take us in.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and say this game looks better than Black Ops does.
Yeah, it came out around the same time, right?
Yep.
And I thought Battlefield was meant to be the graphics or not Battlefield, Call of Duty.
I'm gonna have to turn the volume down here after that. Actually, I might be able to do now. Yeah. Where is volume? I'll turn the volume down on this. Oh god. Okay, I can't turn the volume down. Good. Also, if you ever decide to pick this game up for whatever reason, always, 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 always play on War Tapes mode. It is the best sounding shit, and I'm so sad that it doesn't sound as good as it does, or as it, in the newer ones, it doesn't sound nearly as good. Oh, you missed it. We were streaming Black Ops.
Stop.
I use my laptop.
Up there, patrol.
Stay on Able.
The
Get a chat overlay.
yeah. No.
No sound.
Do you,
Hey, what's up? We're just streaming Bad Company 2.
yeah, hold on.
Also, people would love to mock something like this where they're just floating under a bridge, but
Go, Wyatt.
a lot of people like to forget when someone isn't on alert, they're not exactly looking up and down all that much.
Fuck are they headed? Shit. Get down.
Yeah, and they get busted anyway.
Yeah, but it's still something I wish they did in like Ghost Recon, where they actually would have not seen you for on a third floor building.
Oh yeah, that's a goddamn mess. No, yeah, Clay, the thing about Black Ops, the worst part about Black Ops is how, like, bad the history is. All of the guns are anachronistic, barring, like, 2.
Ah yes, the Vietnamese FAMAS.
Now, the Vietnamese didn't have the FAMAS, that was the Russians that were using the FAMAS for some reason.
Oh yes.
The Vietnamese had a Walther 2000, which confuses the shit out of me.
Oh, so hey, Khalid.
What's going on?
We're clear.
So, which one was
You went
this?
ahead.
Was this the one with
Able squad.
Haggard and everybody?
Yeah, Bad Company 1 and 2 had Haggard.
All right.
And
It's up to us then.
careful saying Haggard, I might consider that a swear word in this server.
How come it ain't started yet, Sarge?
It's the only one I can
They said
remember his name.
0600.
You got Sweetwater,
Hope it worked.
Sweetwater Haggard.
We're throwing at him.
I don't remember the.
Did have Victor.
Do you still play the recruit of the bad company?
Yeah, you still play. God, why can't I think of his name? Hey, the game remembered my button binds this time.
Quiet. Take the one on the left.
Preston Marlowe?
Marlowe, that's it. And then the Sarge is red something or red?
2 down. 1,000 to go. Come on.
Samuel D. Redford.
That's it. Wasn't too far off. Yeah, Brown, you missed it because we were doing the history stream. We did Call of Duty 2, we did World at War, and then we did Black Ops. Which was,
Take the trenches.
Call of Duty 2 was the only one I enjoyed myself in the entire time through. Even though it did have a Sherman fail to kill a tiger within 40 meters.
And survive a lot of bazooka shot.
Yeah, that too. Well, there's also the fact that we ran into like 12 tigers in one town. Alright, we're gonna have to change a couple more things here.
Clearly, you just don't know how awesome the tiger was at breaking down.
Hey, come on. The German puppies in War Thunder have it exactly like their favorite tank case. Where's my controls? You do know how Michael Whitman died, right?
No, I don't remember, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I heard it at some point and forgot.
Dipshit drove into an open field without infantry support and got popped by a 17-pounder.
Because, you know, he was the ace, he was immortal, he was dead.
Yeah, if you ever look up like his command, nobody liked him. They considered him a hazard. That's sounds like the average puppy in War Thunder. You not set aim to not toggle? That's terrible. It's also gonna screw me up when I go back to Siege, I guarantee it.
Don't worry, now we all know.
Oh, wait, no, there we go.
You could be the bad like the rest of us.
One of us, one of us.
God, it's nice to have a knife animation that looks like they actually gave a shit about it, even if it is still pretty basic.
Rather than just, oh, I got the surface of your skin. Do that now.
Okay, this way. Still some time.
So we were doing history lessons with the previous ones, talking about guns and shit. This game, this is as close to history as we're gonna get, and the idea is an interesting one, even though they consider the V2 some kind of super weapon.
I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about. Unguided rockets, you know, shooting like 2,000 miles. That's some scary.
barely hitting their targets.
Oh, that's my favorite part about the people upset about Battlefield 5, is that they keep saying that it's about the historical accuracy. It's like, the fact that your V1 buzz bomb's actually hitting the designated target and not within 1,000 miles of it immediately ruins any chance of you talking about historical accuracy here, Chief.
For my German supremacy. Germans were the superpower of the war, right? They fought like 5 different countries.
And they were gonna lose to, like, any of them.
Come on.
It's only because most of them were too busy trying to appease them.
Chamberlain? Is that the right one, Brown?
Yeah, Talking about the Prime Minister of England?
Yeah, he was in kind of a shitty spot. He didn't really have a better option.
Across the field. Go.
No, not really. I mean, it really wouldn't have changed anything. Germany would have just stomped the world sooner. In fact, a lot of people wouldn't have even been ready.
Get down.
Well, that's why he did what he did, is because the British Army wasn't ready. It's Japanese armor, just shoot at it. Well, I'm pretty sure we'll penetrate the armor. But does that have a 1919 on the back? That Japanese tank's got a 1919 on top of it. What the hell?
Limited models. They strike again.
Yeah, look at that. That's totally a 1919.
Finish him off.
Yeah, this is so much better than the final mission in fucking World at War. You know, the one where they want you to use the flamethrower, but they also don't want you to get close enough to use the flamethrower?
Yep.
And, you know, infinite sprint is kind of nice. Damn, it feels nice playing a good game. And I forget how pretty this game actually was. Like, for its age, it looks pretty damn good.
Where the hell is he? He ought to be here by now.
I will say the plot takes a turn for the stupid, but I mean, it's Bad Company, you're not really...
Supposed to be too invested in it.
They tried with this one. Like I said, the idea that the Japanese were trying to develop EMP is an interesting one.
Player. Cup Anson.
Great. Let's get him out of here.
But that's not the dumb part about the plot.
Sound. What's he saying?
I don't know, sorry.
If you sold us out.
Is the plot gonna be back in the future and then
Black weapon.
they're trying to use the V2 in modern day?
We're dead.
Kinda, but you'll see.
Pal. It's no use.
Maybe you can understand me. We are getting out of here.
Sarge, they just cut off our primary.
All right. We'll go through the sub pen.
It's a goddamn death trap.
Yeah. I know.
Dude's got some serious upper body strength and a knife, like, chopped through a back-style rope with a knife like that. That's the kind of rope you normally have to kind of saw through a little bit.
Gotta do it with most ropes if you're just using a knife.
Either that's a super sharp knife or he's super strong. Or both.
I don't like the sound of that at all. Just keep
This
moving.
game was Warcraft.
Airfield's close.
What's that?
I imagine we're gonna jump to the modern era soon.
It's all right.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
I'm gonna have to turn the volume down a little bit more because I can't hear anybody.
I seriously think I'm talking about a different game because I remember the first beginning of it starts with you going into the Bad Company and meeting a
Yeah, that's
character squad.
Bad Company 1.
Oh, I might not have never played this game then.
The one thing I miss about Bad Company 1 was stealing the golf cart and cruising around with rocket launchers on the golf course. Because that's the right kind of stupid to have fun with.
So does this one take itself seriously, or is it like one?
Yes and no. So I just noticed that my squad actually kills things. I forgot that the Bad Company guys were actually useful in this game.
Unlike the Call of Duties.
Oh yeah, that was terrible. Though I do like that the accidental, the fact that they accidentally made Black Ops story slightly more believable in that Mason's imaginary friend didn't. Yeah, this is a 1919. What the hell are they doing with 1919? Anyway. Mason's imaginary friend never killing anything actually makes sense.
And then you remember your not imaginary friends also didn't kill anything.
Yeah, I know. Don't think too hard about that. It's surprisingly hard to aim this machine gun.
Well, you can't use your precious iron sights on this.
Brad, did you ever play a single player of this?
Black Ops 2?
No, Bad Company 2.
I don't remember. The only thing I think I remember from Bad Company 2 was you rocketing the top of a Black Hawk.
Yeah, that was the 203. That was a good kill. Kind of funny that we remember that one too, though.
Yeah, I remember some of the more crazy shit that's happened.
Bad Company 2 was such a fun multiplayer game too, honestly.
Submarines are down there. Get over here. Quiet. Hurry up. Close the door. Stand back. Submarine hole. Then we're taking.
Oops.
No. Improvise. Well, dead man. Just keep fucking going. Red group should have commandeered the sub from Warped over there. It's still here.
We saw nothing.
Hey, he's fine. He walked it off.
Enemy on walkway.
So, I was actually doing a playthrough when I was thinking about doing an LP of this game on hard. This game on hard, the AI is more than happy to rocket your happy ass out of cover. Which is kind of a problem when you're trying not to die, so... So at this point in the war, we're winning, so that means that this Arisaka has about a 50-50 chance of blowing up in my hands if I shoot it.
That's one way to measure the timeline.
Try not to think too hard about the Japanese having a Garand for some reason.
And with a weird fucking sight on it, too.
Come on, move it! Get that goddamn hatch open! We made it. We made it. You see? I told you we'd make
Well, it's
it.
nice of them to just let you get underway in their submarine.
To be fair, the US Navy was trying to kill them there, but... Yeah, no kidding. So I don't know why this weapon created this shockwave. I'm gonna spoil things a little bit. That's kind of the secret, is you're not supposed to know what the weapon is. They just kind of keep it a secret for most of the game. It's actually a threatening weapon when you find out what it is, but...
sagte gestern in einem Interview, dass sich der russisch-amerikanische Krieg irgendwas
Arrestation à Paris contre la guerre sur Neval. 5 personnes ont été tuées.
So, one thing I really liked about this game, by the way, is that the multiplayer maps are maps that you're visiting in the single-player game, but they're not repurposed from the single-player game.
Oh, the same that just one-to-one copies.
No! So you saw right there the Russians were invading Alaska. That's actually the first map, storyline-wise, in the multiplayer, is the defense of the harbor there. So as you're going through this game, you're theoretically passing by battlefields where the Battlefield multiplayer stuff is happening too. And it's a kind of a cool concept, and I really liked it. It's a shame they don't do more with that.
Single player of this.
What's that?
One of the Hinds chasing you through the fucking...
Valley.
Yeah, but that was in the trailer. Like, a lot of this was in the trailer here.
We were Bad Company. We were here in Russian territory to back up a U.S. counter
Seriously, for as old as this game is, it's actually pretty good looking.
support mission, they said. Nothing's ever really that simple, though. Is it?
Black Ops would have come out after this game, and Black Ops doesn't look nearly as good.
You all are some stupid people. Hey, they're
platformer down there.
Wait, are they using the XM3 or whatever, the XM9?
XM8, yeah.
No problem.
Fish gun.
We're there in 3.
I thought it was a cool gun. I just...
It's the G36. You like the XM8, you like the G36. The difference is that both of them, the plastic coating looks different and they both melt. Which is kind of a problem when you're talking about a gun.
GPS is getting no strikes on our guy.
I do find it kind of interesting that Sweetwater uses an M60 and not a 240 or a, not a 240 or an M249 though.
Whatever.
Because that comes across as a personal choice on that point. Since Bad Company's kind of special forces at this point.
I thought they were meant to originally be the squad that nobody wanted to deal with.
Yeah, and the ending was basically them proving to be too competent, and they actually got roped into doing dangerous shit.
And then they drove off in a tank into the sunset with a load of cash.
There's some retcon here, but I mean, I enjoy it. I think 1 was slightly funnier in some cases, but I think 2 is a better story overall. Despite 2 having some dumb moments.
We're gonna need to deal with them sooner or later.
Sooner. Well, then sooner it is.
Yeah, playing through this game on a hard was kind of fascinating because the Russians are more than happy to hit you with a grenade launcher.
Good times.
Also, you can't strafe run in this game like you can in the later battlefields, and it always throws me off.
Why wouldn't you let you strafe run?
Well, by strafe run, I mean, like, in Battlefield 3 and 4, you can use your movement to...
Go left or right while running forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, why wouldn't they let you do it?
So, side note, that's an engineer, and... the rest for assaults and multiplayer. Unless I'm remembering wrong, every assault rifle we pick up is going to have a grenade launcher on it.
Also, I'm surprised that Haggard can be quiet.
In 1, he was kind of an idiot. In this game, he's kind of actually still an idiot, but...
Competent.
Yeah.
What, idiot savant?
No, he's just supposed to be your kind of your loony demolitions guy.
Bravo 2. I got eyes on vehicle and possible HVT.
Where in one of the cutscenes in 1, they're trying to say, oh, we need to be quiet. And then he runs around shooting his gun, shouting.
No, not even that. He's actually kind of smart in 1, too, because there's a point in 1 where he makes you get on the artillery piece. He's like, look, you take it, because if I have another incident of friendly fire, they're gonna kill me.
I had him. We let that piece of shit go.
You ain't got shit on no one unless I say you do. Simmer the fuck down. Your time will come. Archangel, subject is gone. Vehicle is still present.
Bravo 2 actual, the town has been declared hostile. Secure the vehicle.
That's a solid copy, Archangel. Out.
Alright, we got the bog standard military dialogue out of the way. Let's get back to the funny stuff, please.
Okay.
Speaking of which, did you see the guy that played Apom died recently?
Who?
The guy that played Apone from Aliens died recently.
Oh yeah, I've seen something on 9gag about that.
Yeah, he's an actual retired Marine, which is, like, apparently where a lot of the... Yeah.
Who was A1 again?
Apone was the sergeant that Halo ripped off wholesale for their sergeant.
What? You're gonna rip off
Oh,
something.
all up on.
Good.
Whoops.
Oops.
Now, I'm torn between commenting you being able to find your allies so quickly in a gunfight, or the allies finding your stream of bullets so quickly in a gunfight.
Kinda love Bad Company's idea of, hey, you know what? There's not a convenient hole, make one.
Or the enemy makes one for you.
Yeah, like I said, we're not... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, in Hippie's defense, they're computers. They should be able to see behind them.
Yeah. So the guy in the red beret is the Russian support multiplayer. which probably means he's carrying the LMG. Ooh. So, I don't know if you heard that, but you just heard a thump and then I died. So, even on normal, they're happy to throw grenades down at you.
Hey, Bravo 2, you are weapons free. Assault through to the target vehicle.
I wish I had a rocket launcher, though. Would make this section a little bit easier.
Don't know why, but it's kind of nice to see that gunfight go on even if you're dead.
Bravo 2, enemy flare top.
There's also kind of a nice thing about this in that there's more than one way to kind of clear an area. Like, you don't have to go the way they want you to. Well, you do, but you don't. Yeah, he does have an LMG. He's got the Type 88. Neat. Oh, I probably didn't die to a 203. I probably died to that guy's Carl Gustav.
So are you playing on hard now?
No, I'm playing on normal. I don't feel like as much fun as I actually do think hard is kind of fun in this game. I don't think you guys want to sit there and watch me streaming dying repeatedly. Because when I was doing it as an LP, I was editing out my deaths, not something you can do in real time here.
Right.
Okay, this is not the AEK. Oops. This is the AK-101 or whatever it is. Which is super...
Difference.
The 101's got the 2-round burst in multiplayer. In real life, I'm not 100% sure of the difference. I think the AEK is just a modern version of the 74-2. The 101 is noted for having a cyclic rate of fire with its burst fire that the first and second shot from the burst fire will usually hit the same point.
That's a good thing, right?
It's an interesting thing. I don't know if it's good or not.
I think it'd be really good for shooting fat people.
Because when you're talking, like, wounding people, the M16 still kind of got it beat just because the way the bullet in the M16's designed, well, the 5.56 round in general is designed. Which is kind of horrific when you learn about it, by the way. And it's real interesting that America's Army 2 got that right, and that the bullet travels up or down depending on a couple of random things, basically. You know about that, right? Where the round tumbles? Yeah.
It's something you see a lot in Arma 2, Arma 3 as well. Arma 2 probably as well, but still.
Unless it's the AI shooting, and it's broken as hell. They always hit you.
And
I
what?
love video games and somehow fucking helicopters and all aircraft are like magically heavily armored.
To be fair, the Russian Hind is actually pretty heavily armored. That's actually one of the problems with it.
But you can always do the reverse out of in Arma, where they are all made out of paper and explode randomly.
Stuff like the Huey is only bulletproof from the on the deck, and that's why you had a lot of ground fire actually knocking helicopters out of the skies, because if they hit anywhere other than directly below, that's kind of a problem. Alright, let's not hide in the building where the tank is trying to plug me full of holes. That seems like a bad thing. I do honestly like that there's weight behind the knife swing. Like, that was oddly one of my bigger complaints about
Call of Duty in general.
Call of Duty Black Ops is that the knife had no weight to it.
Oh, at least in World at War they tried to make the bayonet attacks stick, but that got you killed a few times.
Wants me to designate the target, but I don't know. Oop. Well, he's definitely dead.
Marlo, use the binoculars to designate the target.
I don't know where my binoculars are, Chief.
Did that thing just spawn like right in front of you, or it just pop out of the cover?
I think he popped out of cover. Yeah, as far as the game's thinking, I don't have a gadget here. What the hell's going on?
I thought you get the gadget later on.
No, because he wants me to... Well, how about you tell me where the damn binoculars are, Chief? Unless I broke something on accident by picking up guns. Yeah, no, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't have the binoculars I'm supposed to have. So I got the grenade launcher.
Sarge, you want me to raise close air supports?
On it already. Archangel, Bravo 2 requesting casualties to our grid. We're taking fire from hostile arms and position 1, 9, 4 Alpha.
Bravo 2, fire mission is coming online. Unit clear AO. ETA 1 minute. Hold fast.
This is gonna be a long fucking minute.
Oop, alright, yeah, don't get too far forward. Where the hell is the binoculars? I knew that this was the binocular section, but I don't have them.
I was gonna tease have you tried pushing B, but, you know, first thing anyone thought.
Sarge, you want me to raise...
It's a gadget, it should be the 3 or 4 button.
Not sure if the single player possibly has its own unique control.
No, that's what I was just looking for, was the binocular button.
Bravo 2, fire mission is coming online. Unit clear AO. ETA 1 minute. Hold fast.
This is gonna be a long fucking minute. With what? Happy thoughts? Get into cover! Fuck! When is that fire mission coming online?
Just keep your head down. Stay out of that thing kind of fire. It's too low. Copy that, Sarge. But there won't be anywhere else to hide in 30 seconds.
Alright, Bravo 2, air support is online. You need to designate the enemy vehicle manually. Say again, you need to designate the enemy vehicle
Marlo,
manually.
use the binoculars to designate the target.
I might have to go where the damn binoculars are.
Where's your Google?
Thinking back on old games, like when did shooters become so arcade-ish?
Company, or Call of Duty. Oh, Call of Duty 2.
So 5 they're trying to suggest.
Oh, it is 5. Wow, alright. I thought I hit 5 earlier, but apparently not.
And now you got the BBs. Of course, there was some dicks didn't like.
Hunter zone impact, that's a hit. Merry Christmas, Bravo 2.
That was a beautiful thing! Thank you!
Okay, anyway. So, one thing I do kind of like about this is the game's super friendly with ammo. You will never run out of... There's one section where you'll run out of ammo, and it's by design.
Empty in that house!
Otherwise, it's do what you want.
I mean, I'm sure there's otherwise just simply gonna be plenty of enemies to kill for ammo.
Oh, no, if you look at the minimap there, anytime you see the 3 bullets, that's ammo.
Ah,
Like,
that's a lot of ammo.
yeah, the game straight up just wants you to have fun with the gun, whatever guns you feel like using. The one part where you're not going to have ammo is the plot point not to have ammo.
Visuals on the target! Come on!
Probably just got hit by another rocket launcher. Yeah, like I said, playing this on hard, I died like 4 times here because of how often they were... How happy they were to throw grenades at you. Oh, that is such a meaty knife sound, too. That was definitely a rocket launcher.
Don't worry, it's not the 50 rocket launchers you'd otherwise have coming flying at you.
So one of the kind of interesting things is once you pick up a weapon, you can use that weapon for the rest of the game and on subsequent playthroughs. So once we get to a point where I can swap my weapons out, I'll actually pull out something else from probably later on, just to kind of play around with whatever. The gunplay is so much better than bad Black Ops 2.
Than bad Black Ops.
Yeah. Well, it is kind of bad. I want my AS Vol back, or 989-1 in this game, I guess. Totally didn't main engineer. Alright, anyway, so you get in the back here. I think this is one of the high-speed chases. So, this is where I'm going to fully admit I barely played Assault. So I'm not super great with the grenade launcher in this one. I say as I land like a dead-on headshot there with it, but... Come on, that was a pretty shot there. Coming up here, yeah, this next one coming up.
You're using a grenade launcher, everything is a pretty shot.
I don't know if there's anything to kill in all those trucks or not. Usually the secrets in this game are MCOM stations and weapon pickups. And the game tells you where they are, which is kind of nice. Well, not where they are, but like, it doesn't hide if you're missing them or not. Which makes secret hunting kind of tolerable.
Which is our side nowadays.
Like World at War, I had...
Doom did it.
What's that?
Doom did it, where it didn't hide that you were missing a secret.
Yeah, well, Doom 4 was also a good game, so... I do like the natural reaction of oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit as that car is coming in.
I mean, you have one of the most natural teams. Or actual people teams.
Yeah, they honestly, like, as far as video games go, they're one of the better written, like, sounding like real people, kind of, almost. So there's a way to hit the helicopter enough times to not necessarily shoot it down, but get a pretty good head start on doing that. I am apparently terrible at hitting the helicopter. Oh, never mind, it's... They set you pretty far back when you screwed that up.
Roger 2, just deliver the target vehicle.
I just realized how many maps in Bad Company 2 take place in a snowy locale.
Don't a lot of the Battlefield 4 ones do as well?
Not as many.
Like, I know it's about 50-50 there, but...
No, because a lot of it's in China.
China's mountains too. Huh.
Yeah, but like Wailand Peaks is more green. Very green. Super green.
Uber green.
You haven't seen the Fifth Element, have you?
Not all of it, no.
Okay, I don't feel like I should have died there. I'm just saying. I think I just got unlucky. Okay, so you're clearly not supposed to just shoot the guys. Why don't we have Sweetwater back here helping us? Feels like Sweetwater should be back here with his machine gun.
I thought Haggard was also the machine gunner.
No, Haggard's got a shotgun if I remember right.
I thought he was the jack of all trades.
He's got the rocket launcher by default. Sweetwater's got the LMG. Sarge has got the XM8. I think Haggard has... I think Haggard has an SMG or a shotgun. I think I broke some scripting there.
Yeah, you might have killed him a bit too quick there.
Yeah, something's definitely desynced here.
Oh, that was convenient friendly fire.
Yeah, if you listen to the, you can hear the car engine trying to start. I can see the Havoc being pretty heavily armored. Because it's a rip-off of the Apache.
Y'all still with me? Hags? Yeah. Sweetwater.
Whoa. Now this is interesting.
Especially since the warning labels are in English.
It's a fake, what you found.
Fake, sir?
A dummy. We think it's a dry run.
For what exactly, sir?
They're building a weapon. What we know about it so far scares the shit out of us. What we don't know scares us a lot more. So we need more intel. We needed last week. That's where you... Yeah. Okay. Listen, I need this done Ricky-Tick. I got 9 other units and shit so deep they've forgotten what the sun looks like. So, you work for us now. We want you to do what you do best. Be unorthodox. Be lethal. You do that, you can go home. All of you can go home.
Sir, what do you mean, home? Home, sir?
Yep. Can you do that for me?
We can do that, sir.
Now, this object you found. We got an asset in Bolivia. This is his specialty. Name's Aguirre. Give him
So a lot of the documented 2 maps are in South America, for what it's worth.
Oh. Welcome to Special Activities Division.
Special Ed Division.
What just happened?
Oh wait, we're not playing multiplayer, that's not a Special Ed Division.
Just happened. Again.
Special Activities Division?
Hell fucking yes!
Olivia.
Let's see, multiplayer had what? Valparaiso, Buenos Aires? Buenos Aires, whatever the hell it is. What other spots? I think this map has some assets. Yeah, see here you can see collectibles 1 out of 1 and compensations 2 out of 2, so... From my playthrough years and years ago, it still remembers that I captured all of that.
And the collectibles are popper guns.
Which is fun.
Makes you want to get them.
Next thing we knew, we were over South America, courtesy of an agency we couldn't officially name, working for a guy who sent units like ours to early graves every day. Technically, our luck was improving.
So this Aguirre's gotta be some highly placed CIA spook to be out here solo.
Uh-huh. I don't like it. I don't like any of it.
Hey, Flynn, right? What's our ETA? Flynn? Mr. Pilot, sir? Come on, dude! Shoot, man, just hang on, man. I lost my smoke, so hang on a minute.
Fucking Tuesdays, man. I get my shit together on a Tuesday.
When are we gonna get there? Couple of minutes.
Whoa, how about that?
Oh, RPG! RPG!
Yeah, I saw it.
Whoa, what the fuck?
That pilot looks deserving amounts like my father.
Easy, man. It was like a javelin. I have to do something really tricky.
Can you just get us to the fucking LZ before I have to do something real tricky too?
Right. You got it, boss. Man, this is Ghost Rider reconfirming insert 6449er.
Build Space Muffin.
I get it, he's a Ghost Rider in the sky.
Seriously, this is a very pretty game for its age.
I don't know why, but now it's just giving me a lot of flashbacks to Crisis.
And this is where we start getting kind of funny dialogue. Oh, I still have my AN-94. Neat.
Impressive shooting, if you ask me. nobody asked you. Shh. What now, Sergeant? Move. 5 meters straight. That way.
Not having vault is killing me.
McGuire's place. Up there. Hell of a firefight here. I guess some of these...
Hey, here's the AK. AK used to be is in Battlefield 4 insane. I love it.
I'm guessing that the ammo box up ahead means there's gonna be combat soon.
Two bodies. That's it. We're wasting our time.
No, wait.
Jesus Christ, the guy is fucking dead. We're gonna get pinned down waiting for CSI New Jersey here to tell us what we already know.
McGuire is still alive. They would have taken these bodies otherwise.
Yeah, it's a clue. McGuire must have left it. Matches right there. Fits right to the grid. We gotta go upriver.
All right. Call Flynn.
Flynn's gone, hags.
This just gets better and better, don't it?
We got company.
Everybody that says bad company, I'm kicking out of the channel.
Huh?
I was just cutting off a bad joke.
Oh, okay.
But I thought...
I know at least 2 of you will make a bad pun if I don't stop you now, so I had to stop you now.
Oh, I was gonna twist it into a different Bad Company pun, but...
I love puns.
Yeah, either way, I'm stopping that shit now.
I like how you had to jump to do that stab attack.
Weird having a game where hipfire is actually kind of useful.
I mean, I feel like hipfire should be for closer ranges and iron sights or optics for longer ranges, and that's about it.
That's kind of how it plays out. Well, he pegged me in the head with his hand grenade, and I pegged him in the head with a launch grenade. Evens out, right?
Funny how life works.
Okay. So,
With grenade.
hey, in Siege you can kill people with impact. That's how you get kills with Valkyrie's Pokeballs. Actually, that's probably my favorite thing is you can get kills with. If you can throw it, you can get a kill with it. You can bounce Valkyrie's cameras off of people's foreheads just to piss them off. So it says there's weapons out here. I'm just not seeing them. Because the giant guns on the minimap, they're supposed to be, hey, this shit's useful, grab it. Kind of heads up. I swear it's like a rocket launcher or something like that.
Probably to make sure we didn't get Aguirre. I'm telling you guys, he's gotta still be alive.
Oh, yeah.
Call Flynn, X-File out.
I told you no. Okay. Maybe we want to find a vehicle.
Taking our little rowboat here, yo. Haggard, please move. Yeah, it's like the real Haggard.
Go fight the power.
Like the real Haggard. He's in my way and pisses me off all the time. That joke's not gonna make it to the dance at anybody, I'm gonna leave it that way.
Yeah, I figured I wouldn't quite go into it.
Just keep your eyes open. This weapon shit, though. You think Braidwood's telling us everything?
How the fuck should I know? I'm just a grunt, not some spec ops.
Besides, I thought this was the real Haggard.
Okay, look, see, I got a theory.
Whoa! Don't switch channel. This on it.
Check it out. If the guys who just hit us are paramilitaries, they gotta be on someone's payroll.
Who's?
That's the question. Someone interested in a choir, I guess.
I'm gonna turn the voice volume up a little bit because they are kind of quiet.
Yeah, and the talking is the best part of this game.
Well, the overall gameplay is pretty solid too, but yeah. Better than Battlefield 3 and 4 at least. Not that that's a high bar.
You see that? Probably birds.
Maybe. Just keep scanning.
Damn, I think they're just watching us. Why are
Huh.
they just watching?
Never noticed that before. You can hear him whispering to move into position.
Oh, there was something up there. Did you see it? No. Maybe.
Kinda neat what you do when you put on decent headphones and turn the volume up.
And like when you're probably playing at a console or whatever, whatever it is at the time.
Oh, great. Underground. That's so much better.
Everybody out there, walk.
Maybe one day we'll visit somewhere like this and not shoot the natives.
Yeah. Sure.
When I was playing on hard, this is about as far as I got.
As far as you got.
About as far as I got because, what started it was I was doing the Let's Play. Ooh, shit. Alright, let's not play with the shotgun then. I was doing the Let's Play for Homefront, and there's that sniper section in Homefront that's fucking awful. And so I ran to this part here so that I could grab footage from this game.
Everybody out there, walk.
Because this game's sniper section's short, sweet, and kind of decent.
Yeah. Sure.
Honestly, when the Homefront or Homefront 2 LP failed, you should have just got into a Battlefield Bad Company.
I'm still sad that that one didn't record quite right. That was pretty fun. Not the game, they, you know, shit-talking it.
Just the dicking around.
And you don't realize how little health Marlowe has until you take like 3 shots and you die, kind of thing. Ooh, something's going on there. If I remember right, there might be weapons up here? No, probably not.
Ghost Rider, we just got ambushed by a bunch of raggedy-ass militia. We're gonna off you Michael River to follow a loose wire. But we're low on firepower.
Okay, I got a bunch of kids just rusting away here for a rainy day today, but I'll put it in the air for you. How's that?
Many thanks, Ghost Rider. All right, let's go.
Nothing like a little ambush to get the blood.
Alright, and we're to the first part of the
Attention, Sergeant.
game, giving us whatever the fuck we want to play with.
Hydrate before they catch up.
Oh, you know what? That little side house was probably where an MCOM station was or something. Like, nothing's too hard to find in this game, usually. As long as you don't mind wandering off the beaten path.
We can equip whatever we have.
And so here's how it works. You can pick one weapon from each side and just stick them in.
That's a massive scene switch.
Yeah, well, part of
After
that's...
the noise and background of the jungle.
Do I not have any of the cool weapons that I want? Like my 999-1? Ah, man. An MG3... Type 88, MG3, M60... Yeah, that seems appropriate. Alright.
Found for crates like this. Got it.
Yeah, Sarge, thanks. I'm not unfamiliar with how crates work.
Ghost Rider, we got the crate. Thanks.
Okay, Bravo 2, that's cool. Ghost Rider out.
Oh, no shit. So you can get a marksman rifle earlier than you're supposed to.
I mean, they put it out right there. Doesn't seem like it's supposed to be some kind of big secret.
No, but it's also not immediately obvious, and I probably just forgot that it was there. I already had it, or it would have given me the little pop-up saying, hey, you got a new weapon.
We need to keep moving if we want to find a quiet.
Not gonna lie, I do kind of like the bolt racking sound on the M95 here. There's a meatiness to it. This thing steers like I'm shouting directions at it instead of actually turning it.
Looks like we can't go on in the boat. Rapid.
Is that a lumberyard?
Where I must have gone this way. No way they posted up this sort of control level.
So, one thing I noticed, this shit's backwards.
Go ahead, Hackett. Oh no, I insist. After you, dipshit. You got it!
So the Scar L here was actually an engineer kit in multiplayer. If you see a suppressor on it, it was an engineer weapon.
Oh, were they the only ones that could get suppressors?
Yep, because it was just a class thing. I don't think they actually suppressed that much sound, funny enough.
Looks like we can't go on in the boat. Rapid.
Is that a lumberyard?
Where I must have gone this way. No way they posted up this sort of control otherwise.
So, the other thing is this right here means that's a slug if you see the shotgun shell next to it. Have any weird guns to play with? Really? Alright. I just wanted to see if I could find something neat to play with while we were doing this, just so we had a change of pace, but apparently not.
That's
Go
wrong.
ahead, Hackett. Oh no, I insist. After you, dipshit.
Shotgun slugs were kind of ridiculous in multiplayer because there was no drop on them.
I remember someone using them as a sniper rifle for a bit.
Yeah, that's what you did. Partially because it pissed off snipers. As you can see, it kind of works pretty well in single player too, funny enough. And C4. Always happy to see explosives. This never saw use in multiplayer. I was always kind of surprised the Lumberyard didn't really show up in multiplayer. Like, there's kind of some of the buildings and things like that, but not the Lumberyard proper, which... I think the sergeant's trying to get himself shot in the back of the head.
No kidding.
Luckily, you can't kill your own team.
So no watching you accidentally shoot him and then game over?
Nope, I
For
just...
now.
Game over just comes from me dying because I'm trying to be too aggressive. Oh man, alright. I'm gonna have to actually play carefully because this game's checkpoints aren't super generous.
Looks like you can't go on in the boat.
Is that a lumberyard?
We're waiting for this for
Go ahead, Maggot. Oh no, I insist. Shit.
And I guess we'll play with one more set of weapons here. So multiplayer, the M60 was broken as shit. That's the polite way of putting it.
It sounds like a lot of stuff are broken.
They had to nerf its damage twice to make it so it wasn't ridiculous. Medics were kind of insane before they nerfed it.
I think I remember this mission in multiplayer.
Nah, this one didn't show for multiplayer. It's similar to a couple of the multiplayer maps, but in this area it didn't show up. What the hell are they shooting at? Whatever. Honestly, the Battlefield, or Bad Company 2 honestly had the last time where all four classes felt kind of useful. Because Battlefield 4 had the problem where Assault was worthless, unless you were playing like Rush, where tickets actually matter. Where only one team had tickets. Because like Rush, the medics could actually save the game mode. I have no idea what the hell that guy was looking at, but that works out for me. Yeah, you'd run medic with the Magnum ammo, and the M60 was a two-shot kill. With a pretty decent rate of fire and a 100-round magazine. Probably don't need to explain why that was kind of busted as shit.
Yeah, I can imagine that stinging just a little.
Oh, and supports were the one that had ammo in that game, by the way. Or no, they had the med kits, so they were also hard to kill. It was Assaults that had ammo. Which was also kind of stupid because it meant that you had infinite launched grenades, if you were doing it right. I remember right, one of the MCOM stations was like up that way or something like that. Honestly, I don't remember where they are, and we're not going to look too hard for the ones that I already have, because I didn't do anything. There's also no prone in this game, so something to keep in mind. I think they're shooting at me. So, as a side note, these militia guys never show up in multiplayer.
Well, that's classes, you mean?
Yeah, it's always Americans versus Russians. You never have the Americans fighting the militia. Or the Russians fighting the militia. So all of these guys, because you can tell what class they're supposed to be. If you're looking at them, you can kind of guess which ones are which, because they follow the same battlefield rules as, like... So there's a support, there's an engineer, there's the assault. And he's the only one that kind of breaks the rule. Because the assaults for this game are supposed to be wearing masks. The engineers are supposed to have kind of face covers or something like that. The American engineer wore a blast helmet. And the supports are usually wearing like a hat or beret, something kind of soft cover, and have the big backpacks. So, at one point I get the feeling these guys are supposed to be a multiplayer faction. And they probably just ditched it. Which would make sense because Bad Company 1 had the Middle Eastern faction, I think, and the Russian faction as separate enemies.
In multiplayer or purely the online, you mean?
In multiplayer. It's been a while though. So this mission right here is where I went to get footage.
Marlo, he's yours. Do it quiet.
And this is where you're supposed to grab the sniper rifle originally, I think. Oh, you know what? This is where you get the scoped version, is what it is.
I guess that's our guy. Is that a Russian? Where are they taking him?
Yeah, I don't know. But I got an idea of how we're gonna find out. Marlo, we're gonna try to get
Yeah, see,
you snipe, take out the guards. Use the thunder to hide your shots.
there's a Russian support for multiplayer other than his braid's green instead of red.
We're Oscar Mike, stay frosty.
Like, you can kind of guess what the class is. I don't know, it's an interesting little thing.
Guy on the pier.
So I'm gonna be silent for a minute because I actually have to listen for this. And by listen, not really, but...
Fire one ready. Beautiful shot. Move up, Sarge. We're Oscar Mike. 2 tangos on the far pier. Range the target. 7-2. Wind 5 knots. Wait for the thunder. Good shooting. All units, move up. Copy that.
So this section's actually super generous. It's pretty hard to fuck this one up too bad. You don't run out of time or anything like that. They don't sit there and scream at you or anything.
I'm just waiting for a bit of that section to be them waiting for the thunder and it's just refusing to happen.
That guy right there, I think if you wait too long, he will spot the two, but...
2 more near the officers.
It really isn't that.
Wait for them to get clear. Fire one ready.
Nope, that was kind of shameful shooting. I definitely do not use the auto snipers in this game, even when I played. So, sorry. Kind of shameful. And we're done. That's it. That's all we had to do. If you ever look at the home front sniper mission, it's goddamn awful. What is our gimme weapon over here? Oh, I think it's just a... Yeah, I think it's just another rifle. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Alright, now we're getting somewhere.
Here's something I'm wondering. Who the hell goes to war in cowboy hats?
Cowboys?
Cowboys haven't been in a war for over 100 years.
Dallas Cowboys go to war every Sunday. How's mine?
Let's just find a wire, okay?
I always kind of like that dialogue.
Hold up. Tripwire.
Shit. How did you see that?
My spidey senses were tingling.
Thanks, Hags.
Look, I wasn't raised in a suburb, you frickin' mall rat.
It's always kind of weird that they make you load for that, but I don't know. Like I said, I wonder if that was a,
Alright, this trap's disarmed. Good work, Marco.
I wonder if that was a, quality game tester? There we go. Game tester complaint is that they, like, too many people were just stumbling face first into those, so they're like, look, you will pay attention to this kind of a situation. I heard somebody knocking at my door. It's like, who the hell's knocking at my door at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning?
Trap's clear.
What are they using for a booby trap? Global decal. Made with pride in Sweden. Alright. Kind of a funny Easter egg. Gotta be something in game that's making that knocking noise and it's messing with me.
The trap's disarmed.
Yes, the Vietnamese woodpecker.
Can you still knife through these? Yes, you can. Okay. The best part about Bad Company 2 was your knife's ability to go through damn near everything.
Get down! Where are they? I can't fucking see them. I'm clear.
Alright then.
Why can't we have a predator mission in this game?
A what?
A predator mission.
I'm fine.
I don't know. That mission's so terrible. Predator should
Yeah,
not be a meat shield. Predator should be a...
Clever hunter that you actively had to try and hunt down and track.
Yep.
Then that one. Alright. We're gonna lay down a base of fire. Best bet is to go straight. Jump down into that riverbed over there, and we pin them down. Then you hit them from the side.
So, Valparaiso? Laguna Seca? I don't remember which. One of them. There's a very similar objective to this one, but it's not exactly the same.
They really gotta be scraping the bottom of the barrel to admit a whiskey tango dirt eater such as yourself into our esteemed company.
That dog won't hunt, Terrence. I think it's time for you to shut the fuck up.
I will if you will.
That's not the dialogue. There's usually Predator dialogue right there. I'm kind of sad, actually. Because they usually talk about the Predator in that section.
Not so I wasn't the only one thinking about predator there.
Because he talks about his favorite moment being about Predator being when the Predator comes out of the forest and Sweetwater's like, but that's like that whole goddamn movie. Okay, I probably shouldn't be using a bolt action in this kind of a fight, but I seriously like the sound of the bolt in this one.
As if that's such a bad thing.
Well, it would be if I died here, so maybe I should be being more careful here.
As if that's such a bad thing.
I'm kind of disappointed that the full arsenal isn't available in single player. I would unironically like to play around with like the 989 one or the Uzi or something like that. I don't know why that building just arbitrarily exploded.
Because you're in the jungle.
Oh, hey!
Then that's the 80s.
I found my frag grenade button. It's not the one I thought it would be. Grenade button is F in this game for some reason.
F for frag.
Or F for fuck you. Yeah. There's a couple of ways you can go with that joke. Is this a Type 88? Yeah, that's a Type. So, I don't know, some of the weapons in Bad Company were kind of weird because, like, the M60 was busted to shit, the MG3 and the M249 were pretty good, but then you got, like, the Type 88 where it was super easy to use, but it wasn't all around that great a weapon.
There he is.
Like, it had zero recoil, so if you were doing medium and long range shooting with it, it was pretty decent, but...
It's gonna get real ugly.
Yeah, but we missed like two different conversations there, because there's one conversation about Predator, and there's one conversation about ordering food off a Taco Bell menu.
Okay then.
Welcome to Bad Company.
That's very relevant to being in the middle of in the jungle of Uzbekistan.
This isn't Uzbekistan, this is Bolivia. This is where Ghost Recon takes place.
Anywhere that isn't America is about Pakistan.
Listen, something fancy nation.
Look, we're in East Bumblefuck, South America. Let's just leave it at that. I know I've mentioned it before, but the enemy does like trying to knock you out of cover. Huh. Well then. I guess Haggard decided to clear everything out.
Even Haggard has his moments.
Yeah, this game's Haggard's actually pretty tolerable. I think Bad Company 1 is where they started with stealing dog tags on knife kills. Either 1 or 2 is where that started. I know it started a very bad habit of me trying to steal knives from, or dog tags from everybody I ran into, though.
Here I was thinking the dog tag collecting was just a gimmick.
Nope, I've got a weird obsession with doing it. I always still wish I'd recorded that when I was playing with Broman. Where I snuck into a tower. I got pissed off at a bunch of snipers and said, fuck it, I'm gonna go knife them all. And stuck into a tower and knifed 9 people back to back. Just in case you thought I was joking when I said, hey, you know what? Fuck it all. I'm gonna go knife every last one of these assholes. Should also probably not be cussing this much on a stream, but whatever. It's like 3 in the morning.
Adult content.
That's not like it.
For mature audiences. Grow up there. Or you can introduce the streamers to what it's like to live in Utah. Oh, phooey, I accidentally missed.
Whoopsie daisy.
Come on, it's not oh fooey, it's oh my heck.
Yeah, oh my heck. Yeah, even worse.
And yet all that comes to my mind is JoJo's oh my god!
JoJo being completely over the top is the best part. But, yeah, Utah's cussing is interesting.
Which is interesting because they mean the same fucking thing. They just use a different word.
Oh, you see, that makes it better. It's kind of like
somehow.
It's kind of like Mormons and virginity.
Ooh, this joke is lost on me. Do tell me where it goes though.
Well, it starts and ends with anal.
Oh, and the soakers. Did you ever hear about that?
No, do I want to know about that one?
It's pretty bad.
No, the church had to release a thing a while ago about, any kind of sexual contact is kind of sexual contact, and you guys should stop doing things, stupids. Which was pretty funny on its own. Where is this weapon? I want to see what the weapon is. Oh, it's C4. I definitely wanted C4. Good thing this is like super early in the morning, so nobody cares what we're saying. They blew up the statue, man. Ooh, ow, alright. I should go looking for that other MCOM station. It's probably right around here. Should be right there. No, I keep saying I want C4, but and then never actually using it. But hey, whatever.
It's a comfort. Listen, it's a comfort plastic.
I also kind of liked in multiplayer, their excuse for being out of bounds was like, hey man, they got artillery zoned in over there, how about you don't run into it? Which makes about as much sense as anything else, so I mean... And I would hate to see the mess that shooting a guy point blank with a 50 would do. Really turn some of these guys inside out at this range. Especially since it's the bullpup with the long barrel on it, so... He called me a dog.
How dare he?
More C4. Heat. And a Carl Gustav. Which, if the game's giving me a Carl Gustav, I'm gonna assume I need a Carl Gustav.
He's over there!
Hey, look! We needed a Carl Gustav.
I am very much so surprised. Can you not hear the surprise in my voice?
To be fair, like, if you weren't paying attention, you might have missed that there was a Carl Gustav laying there. They also give you a bunch of C4, so I mean...
They're giving you all the tools to take care of it the way you want.
I want to know where... This one's one of the weirder moments to me, because Marlo pulls a Russian pistol. It was actually my favorite pistol multiplayer because it was busted as shit, but...
It's not something he picked up from the first game or anything?
No, it's an MP443. He's using a Grotch.
Show it to me.
That is a huge USB drive. It's probably got all of, like, a gig of space on it, too.
Goddamn, they really did it.
Braidwood said it was a fake.
Yeah, of course it's a fake. I told them it'd be a fake, Christ. They wouldn't just move the actual weapon there. We knew that already.
Did? Thanks.
Alright, so a couple of months back we set up a relay off an old French weather satellite. Hook into this Georgian Milnet. Found out plenty. The dummy weapon was just part of it. Then these guys showed up.
They got all your intel?
Yeah.
No backups?
Where?
I think this is leading up to one of my favorite songs in the soundtrack. It's actually one of the trailer songs, too. Something nice in its simplicity. However, it is 4 in the morning, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. We're going to probably finish this game tomorrow. I think we're about a quarter of the way through. Yeah, we'll do the cutscene here.
Aguirre said we could bring it down.
That's a decent place to halt it. And hey, at least this one game you don't finish in one sitting.
Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed at how quick I was finishing them Call of Duty games. Oh, I remember this section actually being kind of hard. Alright, anyway. So there's Haggard screaming at Space Muffin. I was kind of disappointed. I was going to show off my awesome stats. Oh, holy crap.
No, they've swallowed them all.
Actually, let me click on it. Unable to log in. Oops, don't want to create, whatever. Yeah, I would have to... Yep. I was going to show off the menu screen for Battlefield Vietnam, but whatever. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for showing up, viewers. Like I said, we'll be finishing this tomorrow, probably about the same time. I know we got kind of an odd schedule, but I work weird hours. Go figure. So, have a good morning, and see you guys later.